What is up, guys? Today we are doing another video, and today we are doing this on the most messed up thing the government has done. I can't use my favorite word or the funny word because YouTube might age restrict the video. I have a pretty bad reputation with that. But to upload a few videos a few times, re-record them, because YouTube just hates me. But we are going to be doing the most, I think it's been enough time, fucked up things the government has done. We're going to start off with Ruby Ridge. Ruby Ridge is probably one of the most popular operations or like citizen killings that the government has ever done. It started when U.S. Marshals were investigating a missing court appearance that was basically stemmed from him cutting off a shotgun. So he cut off the barrel of a shotgun. Not that big of a deal in my opinion. And while scouting, one of the marshals shot and killed Randy Weaver's dog. Randy Weaver is the owner of the property. And, seeing that, his son was the one walking the dog, and his son returned fire, and his son immediately got shot. So, Sammy Weaver, his son, and one of the marshals were killed, and seeing that one of the marshals was killed, the government and the FBI sent a hostage rescue team who took shots at any armed adults. The final straw was when they shot at Randy and they hit his wife and fatally killed her while she was holding their newborn, who survived, thankfully. But basically, they killed his dog, his son, and his wife. Almost killed his infant because he sawed the barrel off a shotgun. This is the worst. How can you do this to your own people? That's just fucked. Next up, we're going to do MK Ultra, the classic. Other countries have experimented on their country's citizens. Other countries' citizens. Whether that be Germany in World War II, China, whatever, and God forbid, Japan in Unit 731, which I can do a whole video on that because that might be the most interesting thing I've ever seen. But doing it to your own citizens, that's a new low. No matter what it was. Experimenting on your own people? What the fuck? That's just messed up. Next up, we're going to do planting crack in black neighborhoods, which is something the government apparently loves to do. Basically says it. They funneled drugs into low-income neighborhoods, which consistently were black, apparently. I think it's just some subtle racism, It's a way to get away with it, too, but I'm not really the person to be saying that. This is one of the major reasons the black community acts the way it does. Everybody always talks about how poorly they act, but for the longest time they've literally been the guinea pigs. And nowadays, I don't think they have many problems to deal with, but they couldn't build a community when they were all addicted to drugs because of the government. They couldn't really do anything. So they stunted America's growth, and for that I'm going to put it in the worst. Next, we're going to do selling Americans out, no matter what it is. Really depends on what you want to say in this. You could go, the government constantly sending billions of dollars to other countries, not helping Americans when they're struggling, giving rich people tax breaks. You could also include MK Ultra in this, or paying for other countries' militaries, which thankfully Trump is cutting NATO, which is it's definitely a you give some, you take some. But now that we're not paying for all of Europe's government, all of their militaries, hopefully we'll get healthcare or cheaper healthcare. And those European fucks won't constantly be like, oh, you have free healthcare. I had an argument with this guy once. He tried telling me that his military could defend itself, and he was in Europe, so I know it's wrong. But like, how do you say that so brazenly wrong? Like, if any competent military rolled up, like even if Iran pulled up, you're screwed. You're losing that. So I'm gonna put that in the worst because why are we holding up everyone? Why are we holding up the world? And then we get made fun of. It's ridiculous. Next up, we're going to do Agent Orange, which in the 1960s, the U.S. sprayed millions of gallons of Agent Orange on Vietnamese farms, villages, and towns. Agent Orange kills crops, but more importantly, they discovered before they started spraying that Agent Orange could cause cancer or make people infertile or even cause birth defects. If you've seen some of the birth defects, they are terrible. Over the last few, I gotta have a skew because I'm putting a lot of stuff in the worst. So this is gonna go and they did that. But if I wasn't skewing it to them doing it to their own people, this would be in probably what the fuck. Or maybe the worst, because this is terrible. You know how many lives they ruined? Next up, we're gonna do Japanese American internment. This basically started when a Japanese family in Hawaii took in a Japanese pilot who abandoned post in World War II. The Japanese American internment basically explains itself. During World War II, 120,000 Japanese individuals were taken out of their homes with only days to get rid of their property and sell it, and they could only take what they left, with about 2/3 of them being actual American citizens, which means they locked up 80,000 American citizens in camps for crimes they didn't commit. These camps were comparable to the camps used for undesirables that Hitler captured. So these are also Americans, but this isn't as recent. And Japanese Americans have seemed to get back on their feet fine, so I'm just going to put this in what the fuck. Next, we're going to do the Waco Siege. This is a heavy one, because a lot of children died in this. A small group of individuals who lived out in the country were reported to have been making illegal firearm modifications, and more importantly, they were reported to be abusing their children. They weren't. That's not any good things to say about the ADF and the FBI. Through a 2-month standoff, 4 ATF officers died and 6 of the group died. This all ended when a fire mysteriously broke out. It's actually not confirmed to be the FBI starting the fire, but I definitely think it was. I think there's no chance a fire started randomly when they were posted up for 2 months. But a fire broke out and killed 76 people, including many children. This is going in the worst with the get right there with the Ruby Ridge incident. It is just terrible. You're doing this to your own citizens. Fuck, like everything here except for the Agent Orange is to your own citizens. It's next up we're gonna do killing JFK. I don't necessarily know if I can put this on the list. Well, I am putting it on the list, but I'm not 100% sure they killed JFK. I'm like a 90, but this is possibly the worst thing they've done for America. Because, these other ones, they're killing multiple people. You killed every hope that America had by killing JFK. He's the only good president we've had in the last 80 years, 90 years, 100 years. He gave everyone hope, and when you look back at him, you realize truly how good of a president he was. Whether it be him wanting to abolish the CIA or the FBI or the fact that he wanted to review Israel's nuclear facilities. It could have been any of these. It could have been many more we don't know about. But if they did kill JFK, this is not one of the worst. It is the worst. If we had JFK as uh, president, and he actually served 2 terms, which he would have, he might have served a third, who knows. This country would be going in a much better direction right now. We probably wouldn't look the same. We'd probably be in a better situation for sure. I can almost guarantee it. Next up, we're going to be doing nearly the same thing when they killed Martin Luther King, which they did. They just killed him, and I'm not going to hear otherwise. But they killed him in part due to their COINTELPRO program, where they tried to neutralize civil rights activists during a time where we actually needed them. It's incredibly fucked. He's one of the most infamous black men of all time, one of the most popular, one of the most important, and they just went out and killed him because they didn't want him around. He was causing problems. He was stirring up problems. So this is going right next to JFK and the worst. Lastly, we're going to have a false flag incident, which could be any false flag incident, whether it be Iran or Operation Northwoods, or depending on what you believe, 9/11 and the 2017 Las Vegas shooting. This is really fucked up, but like, if it was 9/11 on this list, it would be in the worst, but I'm going to put it in oh wow, because something needs to be low, and this, I don't think it's comparable to anything else, unless it is 9/11 or the 2017 Las Vegas shooting, or... because this is affecting other countries' peoples, which is still terrible, but... I hope you learned from this list that America just does terrible things constantly, and nothing's reasonable. Nothing. The government has such a shaky past, and it's not the country. Don't blame the country. Don't say, oh, every country has a shaky past. This isn't the country. This is the government. I do not want to be classified as the same entity as the government. We aren't the government. We shouldn't get ragged down because of what the government does. We shouldn't get blamed for what the government does. But yet we do. We argue. We defend the government. Well, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you want a different video, comment below. Like the video, subscribe, please. And I will be back tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. See ya.